Really is a work of art. So this is the Canon FD 135mm f3.5 lens. So a lot of Canon shooters nowadays are most likely familiar with the EF and EFS lens lineup. But the Canon FD lineup were the lenses they used before the EF and EFS lenses. And these were made for Canon's film cameras, whereas the EF and EFS lenses were made for Canon's digital SLRs. And I have seen a few film lenses like this one before, but I've never actually owned one until now. And at the time of shooting this video, I got this one 2 days ago, and I should also be receiving a Vivitar 28mm FD lens and a FD to EF lens converter, which should allow me to connect lenses like this to cameras like the Canon SL2 or even the 6D Mark II that I'm shooting on right now. Because if I tried to attach this lens to this camera right now, they're not really gonna attach. And that's why I need the FD to EF lens converter so I can connect this lens to this camera. But anyways, a few cool features about this lens. When you first look at it, you might notice that there's no lens hood on this. Maybe they forgot to send it, or maybe they didn't even make lens hoods for this lens, but it's actually hidden right there. So the lens hood is actually fixed directly to the lens. Whenever you want to use it, you just slide it up like that. If you don't want to use it, you can slide it right back down. Might seem a little gimmicky, but I honestly love it. You don't got to worry about taking your lens hood off or putting it on, and you'll never lose it because it's always attached. And beyond that, it's just fun to play with. 10 out of 10 recommend. Aside from that, it has a max aperture of f3.5, which isn't as wide as most modern day lenses, but is still perfectly fine. You have a minimum focusing distance of just below 4.5 feet or 1.3 meters. And then a max focusing distance all the way up to infinity. And then like I said earlier, it's a 135mm focal length, which means it should be pretty good for portraits, giving you some nice background separation and compression. Also, I forgot to mention, you can't adjust the aperture from the camera. You'll have to do it right here from the lens. It's actually an aperture ring. And like I said, max aperture of f3.5, and then all the way down to f32. And what you'll notice on the aperture ring as well is that there's actually an A setting that basically stands for automatic. But what I've read is that you can't use that setting on most modern day cameras. It's actually only a setting that can be used on a few of Canon's FD cameras. Other than that, there's a lens cap on the front, just like any other lens, and there's a cap on the back as well. And even though this is a used lens, just looking at the front element here, I don't really notice any scratches or imperfections. So that right there is some great news. Also, if you're curious where I bought this lens, I actually got this one from KEH, and then I'll be getting the Vivitar 28mm and the Canon FD to EF lens adapter from B&H Photo. But if you're looking for used camera gear, I highly recommend that you go to KEH over B&H, just because KEH, that's kind of what they specialize in. And they also have a ranking system to tell you how good the condition is of the product that you're buying. For instance, this lens was ranked under bargain, which basically means I'm getting a really good deal for the condition of the lens. So if you can, find the product that you're looking for ranked under bargain, because you'll most likely get your product in a really good condition at a super cheap price. This thing only costs about 50 bucks, I want to say, and it looks like it's never been touched. And like I said earlier, I'll probably make a review video about this lens, so you can look forward to that. I'll probably also review the Vivitar 28mm once I get that. And with that, if you enjoyed watching this video and you want to see more videos just like this one, subscribe to the channel by clicking right here. Thanks for watching, and always remember to capture great moments. Peace.